break-even point of a call is calculated by taking the strike price and adding the option price. Strike price plus option price gives us our call's break even. What that means is, at that break even level, at expiration, the call buyer neither makes nor loses money. That is the spot where the option value is equal to the price that the call buyer originally paid. Second point of note or interest is, see how, you were looking at that line, it goes down and then it bends hard to the left? That bend right there, some people refer to it as the point of maximum pain, the first price in the stock where you have acquired your maximum potential loss. That's correct. More importantly and easier to think about, though, is that point is your actual strike price. If the stock were to close directly on the strike price of the option you own, you will have a maximum loss. Of course, anywhere below that, you would still have your maximum loss, but that loss will not have grown no matter how much further down the stock goes. So I threw some numbers together to give you a little example of the real numbers here. Here we're going to buy one XYZ December 40 call for $2. As you can see, we have our unlimited potential gain to the upper right. We have our limited potential loss to the lower left. What is that loss limited at? The amount we paid for the call. Here it says we bought the December 40 call for $2. So no matter how far down the stock goes, no matter how wrong we are, we can only lose $2. And that's what this graph is showing us. As you can see, where the red line meets the black line, our break-even point, we see a stock price of 42. Why? Because we said the formula is to take the strike price, December 40, so it's 40, strike price of 40, and add the cost of the option, $2. 40 plus 2 is 42. That is our break even. Because if we paid $2 for this option with 30 days to go until expiration, and here expiration arrives, it's Friday afternoon, the market closes, this stock XYZ closes directly at 42. We, the option buyer, have neither made nor lost money. Because with the stock trading at 42, the 40 call will be worth $2. Think about it. If you own the 40 call, you have the right but not the obligation to buy the stock at 40. A stock that's currently trading for 42. In essence, you could buy the stock for 40, run out and sell it for 42 in the open market. That gives you a value of what? $2. So now the value of the call with the stock at 42 at expiration is $2, which is the same amount that you paid for the call originally. Remember I said that little bend down there at the bottom left, bottom center, that little bend? We said that little bend occurs right at the strike price. The strike price of the option. That's our point of maximum pain. That's the first place the stock can go to where we become strapped with a maximum potential loss. All right, let's talk a little about puts. The first thing you have to understand is even though the puts give you the right to sell, while the calls give you the right to buy, a call and a put are not opposites. They are not opposites. The mechanism of how a call works with a stock trading up is the identically same mechanism as how a put works when the stock is going down. So many different individual investors seem to get hung up on their inability to trade puts while they have no problem trading calls. Personally, I don't get it. But the fact is that for several different reasons, individual investors have trouble playing the short side. And a put is a short instrument. The put gives you the right, but not the obligation, to sell a specific security at a specified price by a specified time. So that means if I have the opportunity to sell something at a certain price at a time where that that stock is trading at a lower price, I could exercise my right to sell the stock at 40 if I own the 40 put, while the actual stock is currently trading for 30. If I sell it for 40 by exercising my rights as the owner of the put, I could then go into the open market and buy it back for 30. That gives me a $10 value. So what happens is, because a put gives me the right to sell, the ownership of the put makes me short because I'm purchasing the right to become short. That's what a put does. Where investors get hung up sometimes is they say, but wait a second. If I buy the put, I'm long the put. And I say, that's correct. Now you're short. And they say, well, wait a second. How can I be short if I just bought it? Where the confusion is that the put makes you short when you own it. You're not short the put. You're going to be short the stock. And that's something that you have to get a little used to. Owning a put, even though you're long the put, makes you short in your position, because when I buy the right to sell, I am basically controlling a short stock position, which thus makes me short. So many people get confused. I say, yeah, you bought the put, you're short. No, wait a second, Ron. If I buy a put, I'm long the put. I'm like, yes, you're long the put, but you're short. How can I be both long and short the put, Ron? I don't get it. No. You are long the put. That makes you short in your position. Now, where the put buyer has the right but not the obligation to sell a specific security at a specified price by a specified time, the seller of a put is obligated to take delivery of that stock at the predetermined conditions of the contract. That means if I'm a seller of the put and the buyer has the right to sell the stock, I am obligated to buy it from him or her, as the case may be. So the seller of a put is obligated. They have no rights. Like a call seller, a put seller has sold their rights for a price. That price is the price of the option. And they're saying, hey, listen, I'll sell my rights and I'll take the obligation on in order to collect this money. Risks and rewards. You're going to notice that a put buyer has the same risks and rewards as a call buyer. You're going to notice that a put seller has the same risks and rewards as a call seller. What you're going to realize is that even though the call gives you the right to buy and the put gives you the right to sell, these two instruments are actually similar. It just so happens that the only difference in the